The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
On Friday night, Miley Cyrus attended the premiere of her new visual album. It's called Something Beautiful, and they showed it at the Tribeca Film Festival. And so after the movie, they did like a Q&A afterwards, and it was a ticketed event. And I guess fans started shouting at her during the Q&A because they wanted her to sing.
This is the Tribeca Film Festival.
Are you actually gonna sing?
So she sang a little bit. She sang like a song a cappella, but she was not.
That's not what
a
it
concert.
was.
It's not. It was a Q&A. She's like, I'm not. There's no band. There's no music. There's no nothing. We're in a, we're in a theater.
What is the movie?
They call it a visual album, so it must be a new, like an album of new music, but it's in some sort of. I wouldn't say it's a concert if they're calling it a visual album. Sounds kind of like a video.
A little confusing, but still, like to yell that.
Well, I guess what happened was people bought tickets for the event, knowing what it was, but then a lot of tickets got sold in like an aftermarket place. And when they were selling the aftermarket tickets, they referred to it as a concert. And so they were paying like $800 for these tickets.
Ooh.
Oh,
thinking it was
that's a problem.
Little concert, but that's not how it was advertised. It's whoever got a hold of the tickets and then was scalping them or whatever. They were selling them and saying that it was a concert.
Yikes.
And so these people are like, I thought this was a concert. But
They sounded mad.
they were mad, yelling at her,
Especially if they spent that much money.
thinking that's what it was. But I can't fault her or the theater. They're like, we never said that's what was happening. This is a Q&A.
Wow.
Whoever sold those tickets was a real butthead.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Hollywood is fighting over the rights for a big movie franchise. This involves the Yellowstone creator, that Taylor Sheridan, Jordan Peele, and Oz Perkins. He's the writer and director of Longlegs, that other like horror movie. So they're all fighting over one franchise. It is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, is that coming into the public domain or something?
Well, if it's public
now?
domain, anybody can use
okay.
it. It's not old enough to be.
That Oz Perkins is, what's his face, is Anthony Perkins' son, and was in Legally Blonde.
Oh, really?
The big, tall, kind of nerdy guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess whoever the current owner is maybe selling it, or it's becoming available.
Did you like
to
my
purchase.
nerdy guy?
Yeah, that was
That did
very
look very
accurate.
nerdy. I
Yeah,
was
I'm like,
like,
I know exactly who you're
Yeah,
talking
I
about when
remember
he
that
moved
guy
like
now.
that.
Just
He's
that
like-
shimmy. It's a nerd guy shimmy.
But you didn't see my hands, so they're like,
You're doing the
Your
hand thing,
hands are
too.
key to it.
it really is.
That really brings it to life. Bruce Willis has had a plan to
I get
delay.
radio.
You know how it works. Bruce Willis apparently had a plan to delay the effects of that frontotemporal dementia that he has. When he found out about his diagnosis, it was to basically just keep working, like keep your brain going as long as
I
you
get
possibly
that.
can. Because remember, he was in just like movie after movie. And they were not good movies. You're like, what is going on? Why is he picking all these terrible movies? But his wife Emma talks about it in her new book. It's called The Unexpected Journey. That's coming out in September. I guess he even asked the director of the final two films that he was in to reduce his lines. He's like, look, I still want to do this, but I just can't remember any of these lines.
Man.
So they cut his lines down as a request. And then he had a close friend of his would basically feed him lines through an earpiece.
Oh,
So that's how he was
But
doing
I
it.
understand that. Like with Parkinson's, they say to, people do boxing classes. There's the whole movement thing, so you don't freeze up as much. I understand trying to fend it off.
Yeah, do whatever you can.
But at the time, people were like, what's wrong with Bruce
Yeah,
Willis? He's
that's a
forgetting his
bummer.
lines. He's a mess on set.
No,
and then
that's sad.
now we know he was doing it to try to keep his brain going.
Yeah.
Fox has canceled 2 shows, Alert, Missing Persons Unit, and The Cleaning Lady. I feel like I've failed them both. I tried.
You did.
I tried my
That's
best.
probably why there was a advertising.
A push there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they seem like fine shows. That Cleaning Lady had been on for years.
Yeah.
And it was a weird,
It was your
it was
fault.
a very interesting concept. This woman, came to the U.S., and then she was, I think she was a doctor, very smart, but like couldn't practice medicine or something, and then ended up having to work for like this organized crime family as a cleaning
Sounds like
lady.
my kind of show.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
But all the while, she knew what she was doing.
Was she a
She was not a hitman.
not a sniper or anything?
No, not a sniper. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Michael Biehn. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in Terminator. He was like
Beinh?
That's how I'm reading it.
Sure.
I'm just going to say Michael Biehn, but it might be like Beehn or Beinh.
Okay. Michael Biehn.
So he is in that new animated Predator movie, Killer of Killers, which I think just came out over the
It
weekend.
did. I saw it advertised when I was looking for something to watch.
So he is in rarefied air, this guy. He is now faced off against a Predator, an Alien, and a Terminator.
Oh,
So
that's kind of cool.
That
he
is
was in the
cool.
original Terminator. He's the guy who comes back. He's the first one that comes back. You know, you Sarah Connor? He's trying to find her
he's-
to save her.
He's the father.
The father.
Of the
yeah.
child.
Well, I mean, spoilers, but yeah, that's
I mean, come on. It's Terminator.
been out since 1984.
Yeah.
but
If you,
never know.
haven't
if you haven't
seen it,
if you're mad about that,
That's on you.
I don't care.
Somebody might be new to the franchise. So he fought a Terminator in that movie. Then he played Corporal Dwayne Hicks. He was in Aliens. So he was like one of the main guys.
I know exactly who he is.
Yeah. Oh, once you see him, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I know that guy. But so that was.
I've probably watched Terminator 1 too many times.
Really?
Anytime it's on, I'm in. I really like the
there's
first one.
something about that.
I know.
original
I don't
one
know what it is.
Some
I
people
love
don't
it.
like it.
That police station scene is one of the best.
Yep. So he was in Aliens. That came out in 1986. And then now he is in this animated
That's cool.
thing with the Predator. So he's been in all three. But, he's not the first. There's two other people that have done it. Can you even guess who has been like
In those
movie
three?
stars? Yes, who's been touched in all three franchises. Not the same movies, but, they've fought a Predator, an Alien, and a Terminator.
How many other people?
Two.
2 people.
I would have said there's one. There's no way anybody else
I
has
thought
done
he was
this.
the only one. I don't know.
One is
Robert
a-
Patrick?
One is a big name. The other one, you know who it is, but you wouldn't probably know him, his name.
What about? So one's a big name.
Yes,
That Predator movie's so old.
I know.
And I've never seen it. Who's the football player that was in the Predator movie? Isn't there some athlete that was in that one?
Well, Jesse Ventura,
No,
the wrestler, he was in it.
it's not
In
him.
the
though.
first Predator. No.
I have no idea. I've never.
Carl
yeah.
Weathers was in that one too. But did he
Is
play
it
football?
Carl? Is it Carl Weathers?
Nope.
Who is it?
So one is Lance Henriksen. So he was the detective in the Terminator. He played the android Bishop in Aliens, and then he played, I think, a version of that character in Alien versus Predator. I think it was like maybe the Charles Bishop Wayland in 2004's Alien versus Predator. I've never seen it, but he's got the
doesn't-
same name.
He
So I'm
doesn't
like,
look familiar to me.
so that's an opportunity there with that when they crossed over those franchises. And then the other, the late Bill Paxton.
Really?
Yes, so he was one of the guys at the very beginning of Terminator. Those punks that like jump him. Remember, he steals their clothes, and I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
takes them. That was Bill Paxton. Was one of those one of the guys that he gets rid of, and so then he was also in Aliens. He's like, "Game over, man, game over."
I don't know. I don't know those movies very well.
And then he played a detective in Predator 2 in the 90s, early 90s. But
Aw, that's
Anyway,
so
so
sad
there's
he's
3
gone.
people.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
was great.
you'll be able to watch Ozzy's final performance, even if you can't go to England. The All-Star Show will stream for $30. Tons of bands, and then Ozzy's going to perform some songs solo and some with Black Sabbath. So, Paul McCartney joined Bruce Springsteen online in Liverpool for a couple of songs. Can't Buy Me Love in Kansas City. You can see that performance on the blog, along with a performance of Olivia Rodrigo with David Byrne. She
Oh,
brought
yeah.
him up on stage. They did Burning Down the House together. It was during the Governor's Ball in New York City. New York City! And I saw this over the weekend, and I put up a video of it. Lots of umbrellas were confiscated on the way into that Kendrick Lamar
I
and
saw it,
SZA
too.
show last week. I didn't see it last week. I saw it over the weekend, but I put a video up. What is going on? We can't take an umbrella into the
and they have them
into
just
the
in
dome.
they have them in a big, huge pile.
Oh, there's so many umbrellas, and they hung like people stuffed them up in the windows. So maybe I could grab my umbrella and remember where it is on the way out. But like, what are we doing with an umbrella?
I know.
Run it through run the scanner over it or something.
Yeah, we need something.
That's just because it's raining.
Yeah.
And it's not all covered out there, so you're just gonna stand in the rain and then just throw away your umbrella.
There are umbrella flasks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
But how small?
Can't you tell that?
Not really. I saw one.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought you
meant
were
it was
saying
a flask that an
turned
umbrella
into an
came out of?
umbrella.
No. It's like
I'm just going to bring this flask in. Is that okay? Oh, flasks are allowed. Wait, hold on. That doesn't turn into an umbrella, does it?
Whoops.
Get out of here.